Hi everyone, it's Kara Marshall here with And I'm Kara, your soul friend, here for your monthly intuitive reading for the month of September 2023. This is where I connect with my guides and I ask what the energy update is for the current month ahead to assist us on our soul's paths so that we can live life with a little bit more ease and grace. And this is actually my third time recording this. The first time I went to record it, I actually forgot to hit record. And the second time I went to record it, my storage was full on my phone, which does not surprise me. I have like, oh gosh, almost 30,000 photos or videos. Anyways, this is the third time the charm. And this is kind of an indication of the energy for September. We need to let go of attachments. We need to let go of how things have been done in the past and go with the flow and know that you're resilient and that you're a creator and that is your human gift. So for the month of September, what I'm hearing is we need to commit to ourselves and living on our soul's path and remaining engaged, remaining true to what our heart's desires are. So we're going to, for the whole month, be purifying. We're going to be washing away all the stories that cover the essence of our soul, that cover our truth, that cover what it means to be human. It's like we have all these stories that describe what it means to be human, but what we're hearing for the month of September is what's going to help us, and I'll get into this, but what's going to help us through these transformational and collapsing times is coming into your essence and your soul essence. And that's going to require more love, more compassion, more acceptance, and more allowance, and letting go of attachment. And over the past few months, we have been, that's kind of what we've been working on, is kind of really coming into who we really are. And this month is kind of like what an astrologer that I follow, Leo King, says. It's like a contraction. It's like we're being squeezed. And I'm sure most of you felt it to the days leading up to that full moon, that blue moon, full moon at the end of August. That is what is happening. Jupiter is illuminating to us where our connection is with our humanness and how we want to live on this world and how we're viewing life. So know that for the month of September, we're gonna see a lot of, I don't wanna call it change, but changes coming in. We're gonna be hearing news from mainstream media. We're gonna be hearing governmental, I'm gonna say, overreach, and it's going to create, it can create fear, lack, even like division and separation and judgment, all of these things. But know that they're all coming in so that we can strip away all of those beliefs, so that we can come together and we can allow everybody to have their own viewpoints. And that is the true gift of what it means to be human, because we have the ability to discern. We have the ability to utilize our minds and process logically, but we also have the ability to utilize our hearts and feel what is in alignment, feel what feels true without the stories, without the conditioning, without the what is right and what is wrong. So we have the ability to be the director of our own movie, of how we're viewing life. It's like But what I'm hearing is what we're learning to do is understand that we are, that it's like how I view life is going to be different than how you view life and how someone else views life. And that's okay, because that's the gift of humanness. Life is being life, regardless of how we define it. Everyone will define life differently. So ask yourself, how are you defining life? Does that feel good within your heart? Does that feel like at the end of the day that you will feel fulfilled, that you will have gratitude for being human, for this life that you lived and that you got to experience? And they're going, we need to allow ourselves to have our own movie, but don't project it onto everyone else. You can express and share your movie, right, onto a screen, let's say to others, to the outside world, but then allow them to view that movie screen how they want to. And don't take it personally. That's their movie. That's life happening for them, and discerning how they want to project and express their energy outward. So we're learning this ability of like compassion for others and allowing everybody to be uniquely themselves, and not trying to force how you view life on others, but allowing it's like checking in to see if how you view life feels good inside of you. Is that the life that you want to be living? And so for the month of September, we're going to be asked that a lot of ourselves through different experiences and throughout the month. So we're going to be purifying. We're going to be removing the stories that keep us from the essence of our heart's truth, our soul's essence, what truly matters, what, your core, I want to go core values, that sort of thing. And let that become the new foundation, because the more we can connect to the truth of who we are, the essence of who we are, our heart's desires, our heart's connection, our heart's compassion, the more we can let go and detach from our old ways of viewing life. So at the beginning of the month, it's going to be about getting clear on your heart's truth. And they're saying what's going to help us, it's like the universe, they're saying, this is how we're going to help you, is they want to co-create with us. They want to support us through these changing times. And they don't want us to be feeding the stories that we have to do anything, or that it's like we need to do something for the better good of others. It's like, no, you need to do what's good for you, for the better good of you, because that's what you signed up to live. And when you are living in alignment with what feels good within your heart, then that ripples out and allowing everybody else to live from more love in their hearts the same way. So what they're saying is, they want us to follow our intuitive promptings. So a lot of people don't really fully understand what an intuitive prompting is. Like sometimes they get like the signs, that there's, I get a sign, I get a number, I get like, I see a number of 555 and it's like, there's big changes. What was I just thinking about? I need to change something here. Or I see, a coyote and it's like, what am I not seeing? What are the disguises? where's the wisdom within the folly? If I see a crow, pay attention, that's magical. What were you just thinking about? Or a song, those kind of things. Like we can kind of get those to me are like signs and synchronicities, but an intuitive prompting, most of them come through in your own, it's like you have a thought or an idea and you'll hear it in your own voice. So you don't realize that it's an intuitive prompting. You feel like you're just thinking about it. But here's an example of an intuitive prompting that I did not listen to. Yesterday, I was driving home from Okotoks and I just looked down and I was like, oh, I have a quarter of a tank. And I'm like, oh, I should go get some gas. And then I was like, logically, I went, oh, no, I'll just do it tomorrow. But the intuitive prompting was the fact that I looked at my gas and go, oh, and the first thing that came in without, it's like, oh, go get some gas, right? That's kind of like an intuitive prompting. And I didn't listen, so I went home and I didn't do it. But what's funny, this is how you can see where you're not listening to your intuitive promptings. My husband comes home and he's like, oh, I stopped to get gas. And he goes, and it's $1.20. I got $1.29 and it's $1.49 everywhere else, right? And he goes, it was just a small window of opportunity. So I would have, if I had went to get gas at that time, I would have got it for $1.29, right? And it's not that that's a big deal, but that is going to bring more ease and grace. And they want us to start listening to our intuitive promptings because they're going to start, when we do that and follow the guidance, then we're going to start to feel more ease and grace in our life. And when we feel more ease and grace in our life, then we can connect more with our hearts and we can start to hear on a deeper level on maybe bigger topics, what our heart is desiring, what our heart's truth is, and how we feel. So they're going to support us by saying to listen to slow down enough that you can hear your intuitive promptings so that you can get the clarity of your heart's truth. So we want to practice that in the beginning of the month. And they're saying this is coming right from the, we're just coming off that blue moon, that full moon at the end of August. And we have a lot of planets in retrograde and we're being squeezed, like Leo King had said. And it's like, we're being squeezed to come to what's really true, what really matters, so we can see the strength of what it means to be human. The human has the ability to discern. Like we have that ability to come from the mind and the heart before taking action and before moving forward in our inner compass. We don't have to come from our logical mind, but we have the beauty of understanding it from the logical aspect, okay? So at the middle of the month, we're moving into a new moon energy where we want to set new intentions. And so as we've kind of like been listening to our intuitive promptings, really kind of starting to listen to our heart's truth, now we're kind of being asked that, okay, now that you're kind of hearing your heart's truth, you need to release the outdated versions of yourself. You also need, so that's like the programming, the automatic responses, conditioning, what you're used to, how you're used to doing things. It's like they're saying how you viewed life and what you thought life was. They're going, release it. Let it all go. That world is gone. They want you to start fresh from your heart's truth. And so this is going to require a commitment to self, right? That's why the overall energy, but it's also going to require compassion and kind of like a forgiveness and even vulnerability, because we're letting go of all that we thought kept us safe. And that world is no longer existing, and we're going to start to see it. Like we're going to start seeing things in mainstream media. We're going to be asked to do things. We're going to start to see the fall of certain systems. We're going to see money issues. We're going to see relationship issues. There's going to be a lot that's coming up right now. And what I'm hearing from the guides is they don't want us to be in fear. They don't want us to be scared. They don't want us to feel suffering or lack. They want us to see that it's necessary in order to stay in alignment, to create the new. So they go, you won't experience that fear and scaredness when you are connected to your heart's truth, because none of that will matter in a sense. So In the middle of the month, it's in order to release, it's going to require discernment. And we're going to have to really pay attention to, is our mind trying to evaluate and make decisions, or are we allowing ourselves to feel how we want to move forward, how we want to respond to each relationship, to each experienced situation, and then kind of move forward. So it's like, check in with your heart and let go of your old thoughts of how things should be, and allow new life to come in and new ways. And it's gonna require trust. And what I'm hearing is the trust is, you gotta trust yourself and your higher self and source and God, whatever it is for you. And that is committing to you. They're going like, that is the commitment. So you, like, it's like remaining engaged to the core essence of who you are, so that you can live more peacefully, more compassionately, more from love, more fulfilled, more purposeful. So that's during that new moon, so that you can start to intend a new way of living from your heart's perspective, without the fear of the mongering governmental I don't know what that word would be, media, I'm not sure, like the take on life or expectations, that sort of thing. And then at the end of the month, we're going even deeper with it, into a deeper understanding of your greatness, of your humanness, and that you don't have to try to figure everything out. Like, it may feel like, they're saying it may feel like things are collapsing, like things are falling away, and it may feel a bit scary, but they're going, don't try to logically figure it out. You've got to stay in your heart and feel it out. Utilize all the resources you have. So that includes your connections with family and friends, and your resources, your knowledge for creating, like how to build things, and your physical resources, like maybe it's your land or ideas and inspiration, like that kind of thing. So it's like they want you to come from a deeper understanding, which means feeling it through, so that you can grow through or get through this transformational time. And this is going to be happening for September, October, November. Like this isn't just the month of September. This is like a longer period. So this is why it's so important this month to really connect to the power and strength of your essence, your soul's essence, why you're here in a sense, and know that you don't need all of these other things. Like this, like kind of, they're giving me an example, very, I don't know, it's very simple, but like they're going, really getting clear on what really matters. And the example I'm seeing is like at a birthday. It's like if my son just turned 21. And it can be about, oh, I want to make it special. I want him to have this. I want him to, like, all of these different things. It's like I'm projecting something to be special. But in truth, what really, really matters is just truly acknowledging his existence on this planet for 21 years. It doesn't matter the gifts. It doesn't matter what we do. It's his beingness that I'm celebrating and maybe glorifying, or that's not the right word, but like celebrating or honoring. And they're going, that's where we're kind of coming into the core essence of what's truly important. The rest is just story. The rest is just it's not that it's bad, it's just not, it's not essential. It's fun, but it's not essential. So that's where they're saying it's like we're coming into our essence, our essential being. What is essential to live the life that we want to be living. And so with that coming in, that deeper understanding, they need you to remember that your thoughts about the present moment, so how you're engaging in the present moment with whatever you think is happening to you, and remember, life is happening for you, not to you. Whatever your thoughts are about the present moment are going to be what creates the future. So they really are saying that they really want us to stay positive. They really want us to see that there's possibility, open up to opportunity, new beginnings, freshness. They say stay miracle minded. Trust in that when things are collapsing, it's for new to come in. And it's like, it's necessary. So focus on the excitement of building creating the world you want to live in, rather than the attachment to the fear of what if I lose this or I don't do this, and all, like they said, let go of that story, right? And it's like, so don't bring your thoughts to what am I losing? Bring your thoughts to the excitement of the new, and what am I gaining, and how am I sharing my essence in this world to create the world that I want to be living in. So it's a pretty deep month this month, and we're going to see it through relationships. It's going to feel a little intense. So you may need to have a little bit of support. If you are having difficulties hearing your heart's truth, maybe reach out and book an intuitive therapy session where I will connect with your soul's contracts, your ego, your energy, and bring it together and share those messages so that you can gain clarity and direction that feels in alignment with your soul's essence, that allows you to feel empowered, more purposeful, and more in love with yourself. And so those are 2-hour sessions. You can see those on my website, which is karamarshall.ca. That's with a C and 2 L's. Or if you're really feeling like you could use some nurturing, which I do feel is going to come up this month, is book the deep healing session, where it's 3 hours, where we do the 2 hours of intuitive therapy, but then we add on an hour of the restorative energy work. And this is where we clear away the energies of the old and infuse current energies that align with the essence of who you, let's say, want to be, or who you are, the truth of who you are, so that you can feel more empowered, mind, body, soul, and be able to take action with clarity and direction. Those are both on my website. And then keep in mind, I do check in with my guides every day to ask them for guidance to help us in that day, like give us guidance for the day that will help us live our lives with more ease and grace. And if we pay attention to that, it will help us along our journeys. And I share those on my social media, which is Instagram is Kara_Marshall_, and my Facebook is And I'm Kara, Your Soul Friend. So I do share those. So feel free to follow me on those and receive that guidance to assist you on your path. And if you just want to reach out and chat or want to feel like you're part of community, I will be creating new Soul Friend gatherings this fall. I just finished the summer gatherings, and I'll be creating new dates for those, and where you can come in with community and we talk about the current energies, and we receive intuitive guidance to help us, like a personal intuitive guidance to help us along our paths, and we share and collaborate and empower each other move forward in this life. So be gentle with yourself, come from compassion, extend the same courtesy to others. Know that everybody is contributing to this planet, and we don't want to project or force our opinions, our movie on everyone else. Just know that if your movie is feeling good inside and it's feeling in alignment with your heart, it's all that matters. So live your best life, connect with your heart, commit to you and your soul's path, and let go of those stories that cover the essence of who you are. I love you, and I'll see you all in October.